Good afternoon. Welcome to River's Edge Homestead. Well, we got our raised garden beds all built. We built a few here. We got four of them there, another two here. I kind of like those beds. They are configurable. So I built some rounds, I built some really long ones, and I built some shorter ones. But unfortunately, where I want to put the garden beds, my parts tractor is sitting right in the middle of it. So today, after doing the garden beds, we got to start getting back to taking this thing apart to the point where I can drag it out of the way and get my gardens going. So today's next adventure is continuing on taking apart this tractor. Now I'm just going to review a little bit about these tractors and what kind of tools you need. When you're working on these old tractors, you're going to find they have very large nuts and bolts. So if you're going to think about have one, or if you do have one, you're going to have to invest in some different tools. Now for today's adventure, we have a socket set that goes up to some fairly large sizes. We got what's called a breaker bar. Let's see if I can get this shown in there. Basically a 3-foot bar that we use if if the nut and bolt is stubborn. You can try to get it loosened up with that. Or you can go to the good old penetrating oil. In this case, I use WD-40. And if that still doesn't work, use a propane torch, put some heat to it, and that'll usually break it free. Need a bit of a persuader here in the form of a sledgehammer in case you got, I know there's a piece there that's rusted together that's meant to come apart. It isn't going to come apart easily, so I'm going to have to knock it with a sledgehammer. Wrenches, typically most people have up to 3/4. When you're dealing with tractors, you start basically at 3/4 and start working your way up. Now these are the wrenches I'm going to need today. I didn't bring them all out, but that is an investment you have to make if you're working on old tractors and you don't have large wrenches. And typically you're going to have some vice grips, some channel locks. You're going to need needle nose because things have cotter pins in them, and typically an assortment of screwdrivers and such to get other things pried apart. So that's this afternoon's adventure that we're going to work on, and we'll give you an update as to how far we've come and where we've been. Anyway, you have a good afternoon, and this is River's Edge Homestead.